guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. And have you noticed lately, there's this real new buzzword out there that everybody's talking about? Maskne, right? Mask-induced acne. It makes so much sense because so many of us are seeing not just like acne and pimples, but we're also seeing inflammation, irritation, redness, dehydration, all in this area, right? And it's from wearing a mask, and it kind of sucks that we have to deal with all this stuff going on with our skin while still trying to do the right thing, which is why I wanted to dedicate today's video to maskne and mask-induced irritation, because yeah, it's a whole new frontier that we are navigating. I want to talk about some ingredients and products that are super good, super calming, super anti-inflammatory, antibacterial types of products that are still super gentle on your vulnerable skin. So heads up, today's video is sponsored by Stylevana. They're a K-beauty retailer. They've got a really good selection of Korean skincare. They also have Japanese skincare and some makeup brands as well. And I do have a discount code for you guys if you want to do your own Stylevana haul. It's going to be in the info box below. So if you guys are so ready to find out all the products and ingredients that are so good for calming your mask-induced anything, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. All right, so first things first, you definitely want to wash your face as soon as possible after wearing a mask. It's really vital because, you know, so much sweat and dirt and bacteria can just collect under that mask. And then you're wearing it for so long, it's just being hugged into your skin. So it's really good to just kind of start with a clean slate anyway. So as soon as you can, when you get home, when you're all done, right? Get in there with your nice, good, deep double cleanse for your skin, and make sure that you are washing your masks or replacing them pretty frequently as well, because not only can that bacteria and sweat collect on your skin, it can collect on your mask too. So we just want to start with a clean slate. You guys know I love Mugwort. I always start any video when I talk about Mugwort as, you guys know I love Mugwort, but seriously, you know this, I know you know this, but I can't stress enough what an amazing ingredient Mugwort is, especially if you are dealing with any kind of maskne or mask irritation. Mugwort is such a great ingredient to have your eye on. Number one, it is a super hydrating ingredient. It's got a lot of amino acids in it, natural moisturizing factors, so good at replenishing your skin. One of the side effects that I definitely experience, especially in the summertime wearing a mask, is dehydration. All that recycled air inside of your mask, it can start to pull hydration from your skin. Mugwort, such a great replenishing ingredient. Mugwort is also an ingredient that is very antibacterial. So important if you are getting acne from your mask. It's great to jam pack your routine with antibacterial ingredients that are still really gentle and non-stripping on the skin. Mugwort gives you that clarifying benefit without stripping any moisture. Just like I always talk about Mugwort, I always talk about MISSHA Time Revolution Artemisia Treatment Essence. This is the mist version. The first time I've actually tried out the mist, but rest assured, those who love the essence, this is the exact same 2 times fermented 100% Mugwort formulation. And I always say this, you know, when you ferment an ingredient, you supercharge it. This is double fermented, so it's super duper charged. And really what it does for the Mugwort, it brings out some of the best benefits. It really ups the amino acid content, so more hydration. It also ups the antioxidant protection of Mugwort, and it's really going to help that Mugwort work for your skin a little bit better and a little bit faster. So it actually helps to reduce redness and inflammation on the skin really quickly. I use this product a lot when I'm feeling like that nagging irritation. I get it really badly just around my mouth area. It gets so bad after wearing a mask, and this really brings so much relief to my skin so quickly. Not only does it relieve that nagging feeling, but if you have any kind of redness, this gives you really good redness reduction very quickly, and it's fantastic if you are suffering with some inflamed pimples as well. Now the mist, this is super fun because this is a first essence, so you would mist this right onto your face right after washing. So this is actually even super ideal. I just got out of the shower and just sprayed my face with this mist. It feels so good, super refreshing, and it actually helps me save a little bit on product because I tend to over apply. So the mist just gives you this nice even coating. But those of you guys who like to mist during the daytime, this is a really ideal mist to bring along with you too, because it's super gentle gentle. You know, it's going to give you all that really beautiful mugwort goodness, like a little shot of mugwort in the middle of the afternoon without any irritating fragrances or drying alcohols that can really make your kind of vulnerable mask area worse, right? So super gentle, the mist super handy, and I just love mugwort in general for any type of irritation, inflammation, redness, or pimples. Another ingredient favorite of mine, and probably yours too, super old school favorite, right? Green tea. Who doesn't love green tea? It's so good for the skin for so many reasons. But I really wanted to single out green tea for its antimicrobial properties. This is really important. As I said, the same with mugwort. You know, when you're wearing a mask, the potential for bacteria to just fester underneath that mask and to just be hugged and rubbed right up against the skin for many hours. No wonder we're getting pimples and acne. You know what I'm saying, right? Like this is not a good environment. So we really want to jam pack our routine full of antimicrobial and antibacterial ingredients. Green tea is one of them. Not only that, but green tea has a compound called catechins in it, which are a really strong antioxidant that provide a lot of great protection for vulnerable skin. Really good at calming inflamed and irritated skin. Whenever it comes to acne and green tea, one of my favorite products is the Benton Deep Green Tea Toner. I've talked about this before. Whenever I start to break out, I put this into my routine. It's so good. It has 50% of green tea water, plus it has the extracts of green tea leaf, green tea root, and green tea seed, supercharged, right, with green tea. Plus, it has one of my other favorite ingredients when it comes to breaking out in pimples and acne, and that's Hutainia cordata extract. Lesser known, you know, ingredient when it comes to acne, but it's so good because it's very anti-inflammatory, very antibacterial, but it's also known for being very gentle and hydrating on the skin. And it's one of my favorite sort of supporting ingredients when it comes to products to fight acne because it's super gentle and it always just seems to boost the overall formulation of any product that it's in. The texture is so light and watery and hydrating. I mean, your skin will just drink this up. It absorbs so quickly. And there's no moisture, there's no slip, nothing like that at all. You can layer this toner up a million times on your skin. You're not going to get any richness or thickness or stickiness, no greasiness. It's just pure hydration. It's a really wonderful, really lightweight, breathable type of toner that really packs a hydration punch. And I cannot stress enough how important hydration is, just always, right? But especially before you put your mask on and after you take it off, because that environment, that closed off environment of that mask can really induce transepidermal water loss or dehydration. It can zap hydration from your skin. That creates like an unbalanced environment for your skin that can actually be a little bit more inviting to things like acne and bacteria. So it's really important to really balance the skin, you know, pre and post masking. And this is a really ideal one if you do suffer from acne, especially bacterial acne, because it's got all those great antibacterial ingredients like the Hutainia cordata extract, the green tea. This also has Centella in it too, so it's calming, it's hydrating, it's soothing, but it's still fighting your acne in a really gentle way without stripping hydration, without stripping moisture. Speaking of Centella, let's talk about Centella, or affectionately known as Sika in K-beauty. What can't Centella do, right? I mean, it's got so many benefits. I could probably sit here for 20 minutes and talk about everything Centella can do for you, but when it comes to the whole maskne situation, there's some really good ones here. So first of all, Centella's been used for centuries as a wound healer. It's got really good skin repairing benefits, and this is important if you are getting a lot of pimples and acne, if you're getting a lot of irritation on your skin. Centella has the ability to kind of help your skin signal to the skin to help repair itself. Now, Centella also helps your skin's synthesis of hyaluronic acid, which is going to contribute to your skin's hydration levels. Really good, because as we talked about before, you are very likely suffering some dehydration from prolonged mask wearing. So Centella is going to bring the hydration. We all know that Centella is amazing at calming inflamed and irritated skin. It's got some good redness reducing abilities as well. Centella also brings some great protective antioxidants to the party too, And not that it really matters for the mask wearing situation, but Centella actually has some great preventative anti-aging benefits too. So there's just no reason to not have Centella in your routine, right? Like it's just so good overall. So let's talk about the Be Plain Cicaful Ampoule, full of Sika. Yes, this is actually full of Sika. That sounded like an insult. It's not. So this is a super minimal serum that contains 84% of Centella extract. So just throw the Centella at my skin. This also features chamomile extract, which brings some really good soothing and calming benefits to the skin. This features Saccharomyces ferment, which is high in the natural moisturizing factor amino acids, and it also has beta glucan in it as well. So it is a very hydrating, balancing type of ingredient to find. Plus, we also have rice ferment, which is very skin conditioning. It brings like a softness and just like a whisper of balancing moisture to the skin, and it has a nice little benefit for helping the complexion just a little bit as well. So the texture of this is just so pleasing because it's so light. It's really refreshing and hydrating on the skin. It spreads beautifully and it absorbs really quickly. It really hydrates nice inside of the skin, but it doesn't leave any like stickiness or shininess at the top of the skin, you know, no greasiness or anything. It feels amazing on stimulated skin, you know, when your skin feels hot and irritated. It feels so replenishing, so calming, so soothing, refreshing on the skin, so light. Now, this is not the type of serum when you put it onto your skin, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm immediately healed. No, it's not like that. This is like the type of product that you want to just kind of consistently keep using morning and nighttime, and it's gonna bring the healing powers of Centella to your skincare routine. I just love how lightweight it is because I have noticed, especially in the summertime heat, I want to keep my skincare as light as possible underneath my mask. I don't want too many thick and heavy layers that are potentially going to start to create like a clogged pore situation, right? So I like these really lightweight textures. This is so perfect if you need a really light skincare routine. It's excellent for that. It's got so much Centella. One of my favorite Centella products is from Benton. It's their Goodbye Redness Centella Sheet Mask, and holy moly, this is so reliable. You know, when I talk about sheet masks, I'll sometimes talk about sheet masks that, you know, they're reliable, they give good hydration, but they didn't give a wow benefit, right? You've heard me say that before. Okay, this is a wow sheet mask because when you take this off, you notice benefits on your skin immediately right after taking off the mask. Goodbye Redness, such an apt name for this because whenever I use this mask and I've got a pimple that is inflamed and red, and oh, look at this, I happen to have one when I was shooting the footage for this mask. It reduces the redness immediately, and then the next day it looks even better, and it's really good at shrinking the pimple too, at bringing the inflammation down and the swelling down. So reliable. So the ingredients on this one, it contains Centella water, Centella extract, plus the 4 active compounds found within Centella, which are, say it with me, madecassoside, madecassic acid, asiatic acid, and asiaticide. So this is just like oomping up the Centella power in this mask. I love the lasting benefits of this mask too, because just one use, you know what I mean? And already my pimple is looking better, not only right after using it, but even the next day. It's like on its way to healing. I mean, as soon as I discovered that this mask did that for one pimple, I've tried it on pimples since then, and every single time it delivers. This is, especially if you're somebody who can't use a lot of chemical exfoliation in your skincare routine. That's me personally. I can't use a lot. Having these types of treatments that don't use those that can be kind of harsh, those types of harsh ingredients, but still delivering really effective benefits. I mean, I love having this mask around for those emergency situations. Speaking of gentle treatments, let's just do a quick timeout for a second, because I want to just briefly touch on exfoliation, chemical exfoliation, which is really one of the most effective things for acne and pimples, right? BHA based, especially chemical exfoliation, gets inside of that pore, exfoliates within it, and really helps to get that pimple out of your life. It totally does. But there's a big thing that I want to say about this, because when we're dealing with Maskne, when we're dealing with just all of the conditions that masks can cause on our skin, If you are dealing with a lot of dehydration, that's a sign of a weakened moisture barrier. If you have a lot of irritation on your skin plus your maskne, going in super duper hard with chemical exfoliation may not be the best solution for you, especially if your skin is feeling a little bit vulnerable. I'm not saying you can't use it. I'm just saying you might not want to use it as much as you're tempted to use it with all of the pimples and acne that are cropping up. So that's why I wanted to offer some alternative solutions to chemical exfoliation, which we all kind of know will work really well, but it could flare up the dehydration and the irritation even worse underneath our mask. So the Benton sheet mask is excellent. No exfoliation there, and yet it's got such an amazing benefit for speeding up the healing of pimples. And pimple patches, which you probably are already using, but I absolutely love pimple patches as a nice kind of gentle alternative to spot treatments especially. You know, these are made out of hydrocolloid material and it helps suck the juice out of your pimples. This one is from COSRX, their Master Pimple Patch. These are great because they've got super good adherence to the skin. One of my number one things I look for in pimple patches is how well they stick to my skin, and this has a really good adherence. So I really like these because they suck the juice out of your pimple. If you are a pimple popper, I happen to be one of them, it really helps you not damage your skin so much, because once you get the initial pus out of your pimple, it's just starting to sound gross. Once you get that out of the way, just slap a pimple patch on it. Let that pimple patch do the rest of the heavy lifting. It's going to reduce the amount of scarring that you get. It's going to reduce how bad that dark mark might be if you're prone to hyperpigmentation, because it's just going to take the inflammation down a lot faster. So pimple patches are ideal. And guys, now that we get to wear masks, like when we're in public, we can wear pimple patches in public with no shame because nobody can see them underneath your mask. So I love them. I rely on them so much. The ones from COSRX are super affordable and really reliable, good quality pimple patches. Sika creams. Let's talk about Sika creams. These are excellent because they are highly concentrated anti-irritation creams and they're multi-purpose. You can use your Sika cream in so many different ways, and they are just so handy for this time because not only can you use them as a full face moisturizer that are really good and calming for the skin, you can use them just in areas of irritation. You can use them as spot treatments on reddened and inflamed pimples. You can use it on just areas of irritation. You can use it as a sleeping pack on top of your moisturizer. You can even use them on bug bites. Like, they are so multi-purpose. They are so great to have a handy one around. And one that I actually just recently tried and was very impressed with is from SKIN&LAB. It's their Medicica calming cream. A lot of you guys have recommended this to me for a long time, so I'm really excited to have tried it. All your recommendations were spot on. This is an excellent Sika cream. Ingredients wise, we have Centella and Centella leaf extract, plus the 4 different active compounds of Centella, including madecassoside, which is so good at calming irritation. Such an interesting cream too, because when you spread it across your skin, you're gonna see just tiny little flecks of like green capsules inside of this cream, and that's like the Centella goodness in it. This is actually one of the lightest Sika creams that I have tried. They all have very different types of textures. This happens to have a really nice light, almost kind of like a cooling and hydrating kind of feel on the skin. It sinks in really nicely, and it just has just the touch of occlusivity to it. It's not super occlusive or ointment like some of them. It's not like a super moisturizing or nourishing cream like some of them can be. This is just very, very light. This is really an ideal type of Sika cream for really oily skin types, especially. If you are oily, like, you can use this as your final moisturizer. And this is excellent because it's jam-packed full of Centella, going to reduce the irritation and the redness. It's going to be so good if you are prone to acne, but it's not going to contribute to any shininess on the skin at all. This is actually really good to put on if you have the opportunity, especially if you're wearing your mask like at work, like all day at work. If you have the opportunity to slip into a bathroom and slip your mask off for just a little bit of time, maybe pat the sweat off of your skin. If you're feeling super duper irritated under there, you may want to consider maybe just putting a light layer of the Sika cream on underneath, because it does bring that relief to your skin. And because it has just that nice light occlusivity to it, it's going to kind of help stop the dehydration from continuing to occur. It's just kind of a nice way to fortify your skin in the middle of the day if you are especially dealing with dehydration and irritation underneath your mask and you have to wear it for a long period of time. I love this as well as a sleeping pack. You know, if your skin is feeling real raw and rough after wearing a mask and you want to go in for a really repairing kind of like nighttime skincare routine, especially if you have more like combination or dry skin, put your regular moisturizer on and then put this Sika cream on top. It acts like an anti-irritation sleeping mask, but it's not super heavy, but it's going to bring some more of those Centella repairing benefits into your nighttime routine without like overly oppressing your skin. This has nothing to do with Maskne, but it happens to work on inflamed bug bites too, which is a really good testament to its anti-inflammation benefits. Really calms and kind of itching and irritation, reduces redness, reduces swelling. So it's just overall, like I said, it's a multi-purpose type of product. I think anybody can have a use for it. This is one of the more affordable Sika creams that I recommend. It's got a really nice, pleasing, lightweight texture, and it can just bring a whole host of benefits to anybody dealing with any type of maskne woes. 3 ingredients that really help me get through maskne: mugwort. I always talk about MISSHA. They have a couple other mugwort products in their line. I've also heard the products from LAVV, which I hope to try eventually. Really good mugwort options there. And I love green tea anything, especially the Benton deep green tea line is particularly formulated for those suffering with acne. Really good products there. And just Centella anything, really. You know, Centella is amazing for so many reasons. Especially, I really recommend you guys find a good Sika cream, because you will lean on that for so many different reasons. And they tend to be just so reliable, so multi-purpose, and they usually are worth the money. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I mentioned before, this was sponsored by Stylevana, a Korean skincare retailer online. And if you guys want to do your own Stylevana haul, I've got a discount code to save you guys some money in the info box below. And I'm curious to know, do you have any hero products that are helping you get through any kind of mask-induced skin condition that you might be going through? Let me know in the comment box below so we can all kind of help each other through our new frontier of mask wearing. And if the video helped you but you haven't hit subscribe yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. I release 2 new Korean skincare focused videos every single week. Turn on notifications. You'll never miss out on any new content from me. And if you're on Instagram, you want to see me on your Instagram feed with some K-beauty suggestions and reviews, come join me on Instagram and connect with me a little bit further. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I really hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.